In addition to custom themes and cell templates, ASPxGridView allows you to customize the grid's default buttons to perform different actions based on your customer's needs. So let's take a look. I'll start with an ASP.NET application that has an ASPxGridView control bound to an Access data source. The Access data source is bound to a set of columns within the Customers table of the Northwind sample database. First, I'll enable inserting and filtering on the grid. To do this, I invoke its smart tag and check the Enable Inserting and Enable Filtering boxes. You can see the grid update accordingly. Next, I'm going to create a custom command column. From the grid smart tag, I invoke the columns editor. Here, you can see the command column created at index 0. First, let's replace the new link with an image. I select the column and set its button type property to image. Then I expand its new button and image property nodes. I set the image URL to an alpha channel PNG file that I have copied to the website earlier. I manually set the height and width. And finally, the alternate text property, which will be displayed as a tooltip at runtime. I'll repeat the same steps for the clear filter button property. While these aren't necessary for this example, it's performed to demonstrate how easily you can replace the default command links of the ASPxGridView with buttons and images of your own. I click OK to close the editor. Switch to the ASP.NET source view. I'm now going to create a custom command button and use it to apply a default filter criteria to the grid. Within the Grid View command column element, I add a custom buttons collection. Here, I'll add a custom button and set its ID to CBFilter so that I can access it from code later on. I'll also set its text property and display it within the filter row of the column. Now I need to specify an image for this custom button. I select another image I've previously copied to the project. I run the application. You can see that the image buttons are showing up on the grid. If I click on the Filter Custom button we just created, you can see that a callback is performed, but no changes are made to the grid. I close Internet Explorer and return to Visual Studio. Switch to Design View. I select the ASPxGridView and create a handler for its custom button callback event. This event is raised every time a custom button is clicked. First, I'll add a reference to the devexpress.web.aspxgridview namespace. Within the event handler, I'll check to see which custom button has been pressed. If it's not the CBFilter button, no action is taken. Then I'll set the filter expression method of the grid control to display all entries that have the word inside within their title column. And I'm done. I run the application again. I click on the custom button within the filter row and a criterion is applied to only display the entry with the word inside in its title column. I can click on the clear filter icon to remove the default filter. To learn more, check out the ASPxGridView documentation by clicking on the link below. Thanks for watching and thank you for choosing DevExpress.